Hi Aries, I'm Honeymoth Tarot and today I'm going to be doing a timeless reading for you guys. So whenever you feel called to watch this video or whenever the kind of algorithm recommends it to you is hopefully the time for you. As usual, take whatever resonates and leave the rest. And I trust whatever crops up in this reading is ultimately for your highest good. So what does Aries need to know? So you got the choice card. So definitely some sort of decision that you've either made or will be making soon. And then this card also talks about how the choices of our past influence our present, and then so on influence our future. And how those are all sort of connected in a sense. And I also got the phrase, it's your choice on how you perceive things. So there may be something that you're perceiving in a way that isn't necessarily true, or maybe you're perceiving something in a negative light. We'll see what else crops up. So we went from 0 to 20, which is quite interesting how there is a big jump there. So you may, I feel as though you may be jumping to conclusions. So there's something about desire, and for this I am getting kind of a sexual energy, like a sexual desire. And then there's this card about there being like difference of opinions. So I'm getting that you may be questioning your sexuality. There may be kind of like an experimentation phase that you're going through. Or there's like some sort of, I feel as though like somebody has a different opinion or a different approach to something than you do. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a more masculine energy. Which I do feel as though the desire and the Ace of Pentacles do kind of go together, because it is very much like a masculine drive. Maybe you've like made impulsive decisions regarding like sexual relationships, and then sort of regretted it after, or perhaps there's like some sort of difference in opinions, where like somebody doesn't agree with the way that you approach your sexuality or like your sexual relationships. But there is an emphasis on There's like an emphasis on water here and using it to grow something, like metaphorically, obviously. Maybe you've like recently been single and now there's kind of this new like drive within you to sort of see like what your sexuality is, like what you actually enjoy. Or there is another way that I am kind of seeing this, that maybe this sort of, because I am getting like a sexuality kind of vibe with the reading as a whole. Like maybe in the past you were more kind of inclined to like being with different people, and then now you've kind of grown out of that and now you're sort of like focusing either on yourself or like one specific partner. Okay, so we've got the Infinite Love card. And then Astral Realms. Perhaps maybe on the path that you're like currently leading, maybe you don't feel as though you want to be in a relationship. Maybe you are kind of like happy being single and having different experiences with other people, like each to their own, honestly. I know monogamy is not for everyone. And then we've got this Astral Realms card, which speaks about like the astral planes, astral projection. So maybe there's like something about dreams that would be kind of significant for you at this time as to what your desires really are. Anything else for Aries? And then we've got the On Target card. So yeah, I'm seeing this either two ways. So I got with this that there may be like people that have kind of different opinions or different expectations of you, with you not necessarily, you know, just having like one partner or even being in a relationship in the first place. And I think that this is Spirit, God, the universe reminding you that you're on target as long as you are doing what makes you happy, regardless of other people's opinions. Or if you are kind of getting out of this phase of being single and experimenting with different people, maybe you are kind of on target in the sense of like just picking one person. Obviously that kind of depends on your sort of situation, but as I said, like this isn't a personal read, this is just Aries and energy in general. Okay, so I'm gonna get you guys an oracle card. Can we get an oracle card for Aries? This says your dreams need a practical plan. And I would say that rather than it being like practical in terms of like being organized and following things step by step, I feel as though this is like you stepping into a more quote unquote masculine energy, being more like driven. But I am noticing as well, like throughout this read, there are a lot of beings with different horns. And usually within nature, horns are kind of symbolic of like the male species. So as I said, that maybe you just like stepping into more of a masculine phase. Or it could also be that this is a phase that's suitable for you like in this current period, but it may not necessarily be may not necessarily have like longevity to it, just because like with horns and antlers, they're kind of like metaphorical in the sense of like transition or like phases, because stags tend to like shed their antlers and then grow them back. But I am just going to read the passage out for you. So, full moon in Taurus. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes, depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. And then it also mentions about being more grounded, and then also finding a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Which, I'll be honest with you, I do feel like this energy is quite intense in certain places, like in terms of like the desirability aspect. But then there is kind of like this laid back sort of quality to it, and I do feel as though you're kind of enjoying the moment, enjoying different connections with people. Alright Aries, I know that this reading isn't going to resonate for everyone. It was kind of specific in certain ways, but yeah, hopefully it resonated. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.